Today the weatherman predicted hottest day of the year, and we thought this would be a great time to go up and see my friend the bear. And we have videotaped him many times. He sits along the edge of the road, and what's really cool is when you go to take a picture, the people come out of the house and they offer to take a picture of you hugging the bear. And today was no exception. They're really nice people. Well, the weatherman today says it's going to be hot, 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 and even hotter. It might even be the hottest day of the year. We are looking to get out of here early, nice and early in fact, and get out on the open road and get back here before lunchtime. That's the plan so far. And this is the part of the year we're starting right now. It's probably going to be hot for the next 2 or 3 months, 4 months maybe. And one day we'll have summer riding gear, one day winter riding gear. You never can tell in the morning until you actually get out on the open road, and it can change dramatically in the course of a day. And it's always cooler up north. So, you figure it. But the good news is, it's time to wear out our Michelin 5s. And on the Mt09, these are the best tires I've had on a bike. I've had 3 sets of tires on it already in 12,000 miles. 2 flats, can you believe that? 2 flats. Anyway, let's hope we don't get a flat today. But first we have to take care of the barnyard animals, the fish, the birds, the rabbits. We got a rabbit that's eating our garden up. We love him. What are we going to say? We have a new friend on the farm. His name is Peter. Look where he hides under my car. We feed him carrots from the garden. Sometimes he takes them without asking. We got a baby bird here keeping me company this morning. Hey, you want to feed the fish? What are you doing here? Look at this. What are you doing here? This is a farm, a working farm. You're supposed to be earning your keep. Look at this. How cute. You can't make this up. Every day there's an adventure on a farm. Okay, guys. Time to eat. Come on. Come on. And don't bite me. I'll feed you to the birds. So Karen's already got roses blooming here. Our garden is just doing so well. It won't be long. We're going to have flowers everywhere. And the zinnias are ready to go any day now. But it's time to get out on the open road. And Karen just advised me not to stay out too late because today we're going to have a family cookout at some point in the day. I don't know when. Every time I get this bike out of the garage and get it ready for ride, I look at it from every possible angle. Try to think of other modifications I might want to make. And so happy I got that unique silver paint for the wheels that I mixed. That seemed to work out great. The polished exhaust, another nice little detail. The bike is just 100 little details. I'll do a lot of them. And a final check of the weather after an extra cup of coffee. Looks like there's not a cloud in the sky so far. We're going to get out of here early. It's supposed to really get hot. Now, today on this cloudless day, the day started off just perfect. And about every 15 minutes, you could tell it was getting hotter. There were no cloud, there wasn't any cloud cover. It just got a little hotter, a little hotter. And about the last half hour of this ride, it got really, really hot. as the day got hotter and hotter, I was trying to find some of the roads that are pretty much shady. And of course, some of them are, some of them aren't, and they have shady spots. But it's noticeably cooler, even with the summer riding gear, noticeably nicer in the shade. And of course, the scenery this time of year, the flowers are starting to come out. The trees are totally green. A lot of the debris that was on the road from the winter, the salt and the dirt and everything is washed away. And little by little, every day is just getting a little bit nicer scenery-wise. And it gives me a chance to work on my photography skills. And just in case, we always have our Valentine radar detector working overtime. I want to know where everything's going on around me, and if somebody's up the road a half a mile, and that is absolutely worth its weight in gold. Not a cloud in the sky. Wow. What a day. What a day. Oh my God. Now, it took me so long to get that windshield in front of the bike put together the way I wanted it, get the parts painted, get it, everything, the logos, everything worked, the screen without the bolts. But it's worth it now. And I remember with these wheels, it was 16 or 17 days in the shop, working about 4 hours a day. And I thought at the end of it, I wasn't sure I was going to be totally happy with it, because that's experimental paint that I mixed. And I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And after a long winter and some unusual weather in the spring, you're finally starting to see the normal amount of motorcycles out on the road. I guess people put their bike away for the winter are finally out of hibernation, and we're going to see them on our road all the time. And in this area where I ride, I do most of my riding here, the lower forks work great. There's so many switchbacks, so many tight turns that are decreasing radius, and being able to dive in and get that front end to do a little bit of a plow, so convenient. And as the ride wears on, I always appreciate two things right away. How comfortable that seat is for my ergonomics, and how the bar is being in exactly the right position for me. And that was one of the reasons when I sat on a bike, it just felt like the bike was made for me. Now, maybe it was. And believe it or not, that muffler is a big part of what makes this bike fun to ride. It certainly is tuned for low-end torque, not peakiness. And I think it's got one of the nicest sounds in motorcycling. There's so many little details, like the chain guard, the carbon fiber work I did to the chain guard, the little side covers, paint in the tail section, all the little parts, the custom logos John Pothia helped me make, all details. And mirrors you can see out of, what a thrill. Blinkers you can see if you make a turn. And I have been so aware of looking around and having good visibility. And one of the important things, blinkers that you can see, that the cars that are texting can see. Now, I've really come to appreciate all the safety features of the MT09, but the biggest one of all, the ABS. And that has saved my bacon more than once. And this is the only bike I have with ABS, but again, I wish I had it on all the bikes, to be honest about it. Now, a lot of people are surprised when you tell them the MT09 does not have a muffler as such. It's got a catalytic converter with baffles, and that's all it has. There is no muffler. That whole exhaust system is welded one piece, no clamps, no joints, no nothing. And it works. And from the day I added the quick shifter to this bike, it's a plug and play. I made a video of how to do it for anybody interested. I have fallen in love. Everybody knows it. They get sick of hearing me say it, but I really do enjoy having that quick shifter. Now that muffler sounds good, reasonably good on a video, but it really sounds good in real life. Really good. I like it in real life when you're riding the bike. This is what I like too, people that have American flags and show their patriotism along the ride area. And I really have fallen in love with the Michelin 5 tires, but the problem is they've already come out with Michelin 6s, and so I'm wondering if I should, when it's time to get tires, just go right to the 6s. And this has always been one of my favorite photo ops. And if you look real close, it's in a nice area. Every time I've stopped to take a picture, the people, and one time the woman pulled into her driveway, let me take a picture of you, let me take a picture of you. They're such nice, friendly people, it's unbelievable. And every time I go past here, I'm tempted to stop and try to Photoshop it up so it looks like a real bear. But you know what? Everybody that lives in this part of the country knows it's a mailbox, not a bear. But it's still fun. It's really a unique thing. It's the only one I see out in that area that's even similar, and it's a cool place to take some pictures. And as the day wore on, that last hour got really hot. Oh, it'd been by it. That ride home on Route 80, I felt like I was sitting in front of a hairdryer. But we know that's the reality of this time of year, but it was really hot at the end of the day. And eventually it's time to turn her around and get back, and when it's this hot, I don't know, the ride home sometimes gets pretty sweaty. I'm really happy to get home though. Karen will have some iced tea ready. I don't even think she's gonna sit on a porch today. I think we're gonna sit in front of the air conditioner. What a nice day this turned out to be. Boy, this got hot and very quickly in the ride. Wow. Glad I got the summer riding gear. And I do have black summer riding gear. This is a lot cooler, believe me. Black is turned into a human solar panel on a day like today. Anyway, it was a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. I didn't see a cloud for the whole ride. Some nice scenery. It was a beautiful day. Not much traffic anywhere. No law enforcement anywhere. That's always a good thing. So, I hope you did enjoy sharing this day with us. Now, today's a family barbecue at the kids' house, which is just about finished. There's a few little more details. And, of course, we always look forward to seeing Buddy. He's the comedian of the family. Buddy, here's your toy. Go get it, kid. Go get it. Come on, buddy. Hey, buddy. Come on. You can do it. Beg. Come on, buddy, you can do it. You're a retriever. So 5 months ago, we started this renovation, addition to the back of the house, and renovation of the whole front floor. And today we get to have our first cookout out here. And this whole thing that they did to the house, the whole front floor was gutted down to the studs. The back deck was, a lot of things changed. They made gates and fences and stuff. Every part of it, like restoring a motorcycle, is no different. And it was probably 4 months. I don't know if it even was, maybe it was more, while they were living with us, and we enjoyed that time immensely. But I'm really happy. We had the first cookout there, and it was wonderful last night. It was just perfect. And it's like a restoration on a motorcycle when you're all done, and then you get to take that first ride up to where your friends are hanging out. And then they all give you a hard time about you didn't polish a bolt or something. And thanks so much for watching.